Okay, for some time I've been meaning to do a request video on the roundabout in between Holwell Road, what I'm on at the moment, and Sutton Road, coming from Sutton Road with Sutton Fields pub on my right hand side. And basically Whistling Goose more or less just in front of us, coming from this direction. Now, as you can see, coming from where I've just come from, if we want to turn left here, I'm just going to mention this because it's nice and easy. It's a good way to introduce it. If we're coming from Holwell Road and we're coming down towards Sutton Road, okay, then that left hand side turn is just the easiest way to keep on going down here, down Sutton Road. We don't have to give way to the roundabout on the right hand side, not until the lane markings basically dictate the right hand side lane coming into the left hand side one. So as you approach the set of lights, you get that strip in between the two main parts of the carriageway. So you get that left hand turn to come down here, okay. And as you basically come round, there's two white lines, solid white lines with chevrons in the middle, indicating hatch markings, indicating that traffic coming from the right hand side cannot cross those two white lines. So now that's going to be important later on. So the request was to cover it coming from this direction, cutting all the way behind me, okay, and like I said, the Sutton Fields pub on the right hand side. If we go straight on down towards Sutton itself, but we're not, we're going to be going right. That was where the request came from. How to negotiate that right turn now with all the new road markings on there. So what I'm going to do is, to start off with, I'm going to choose the easiest way to get around that roundabout, okay, and then I'm going to explain why. So Aldi's just to my left hand side, and I'm just moving into this right hand side lane towards where it says city centre on the road. Got a right hand side signal on, okay, and I'm giving way to that right hand side lane, and I'm coming in with a dashed white line on this side, and a white line, dashed white line and hatch markings on my right next to the roundabout. As I come in, the white line on my right hand side kind of pushes me out and into this middle one, in between dashed white line on my right hand side, and now the curb just to my left hand side. And I just keep close to the curb all the way around, just coming in and following it in like so. That's the easiest way to do it. Obviously, you know, checking your mirrors and everything else like that as you're going around it. Just making sure, you know, nobody's trying to come in from that left hand side lane. Okay, the left hand side lane, as we're coming around, like I said, we had the dashed white line, okay, to our left hand side, and the dashed white line next to the roundabout to my right. To the left of that white line that's on my left, that left lane is to go straight on, and nobody should be coming around to the right in that lane. But always remember, check your mirrors, make sure there's nobody going to be there before you start signalling to come off. Handy hint going around these new lights is always just nice and easy as we're coming around. don't rush from one light to another, because one light could be on green, next light could be on red, just like this. Remember, moving over into that left hand side lane as soon as you possibly can do, and it's nice and safe to do so. Travelling in the left hand side lane for the majority of the time, unless you're told otherwise. Hopefully any examiner will tell you in good time when you're turning right. You know, some might even direct you into that right hand side lane. But like I said earlier, I was in the left hand side and I went left to go down Sutton Road, because of the easiest way just to keep on going straight down. Now what I'm going to do now is go the same direction, but I'm going to be turning right into Aldi. And the best way to do it is following this route as I'm doing it now and signalling left. Okay, because you can do, because the road markings say so. Obviously at this point I have to give way to my right because we haven't got these markings, these hatch markings with the double white lines next to them. And we're coming like that, this, and I'm just in this right hand side lane, which allows me just to basically turn into Aldi. Not do it like the white car did just then and push in front of me. It was no big deal, you know. You hold back, you see someone indicating like that, hold back. But that's the way I've just done it now is the easiest way to do it, to go into here. But he was quite quick and a little bit aggressive getting in there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go the same direction, but I'm going to do it a slightly more difficult way, okay, because it involves more. So I come into the right hand side lane again, city centre lane, okay, and again giving way to my right, and I'm staying in again this same right hand side lane with the whitely straight ahead arrows on. And as I come round, instead of coming off and into the middle lane, I'm going to follow the hatch markings to my right and come into this right hand side. You see, you'd have to steer more instead of just going in, following in a straight line. And just come round next to the hatch markings, and at this point start signalling off. I mean, you'd want to do a signal a little bit earlier, but you know, I'm doing about 3 things at once here. Now, one of the reasons why it's more difficult is obviously you have to go that extra steer round to stay in that lane. You're coming off into the right hand side lane like this now, and if you're on test and there was nothing to your left hand side, the possibility is that you know that you could either stay in this lane and then get basically failed for not being in the correct position, not using the left hand side. Okay, or you could try and come back into the left hand side, and somebody could be there to your left hand side, you could not see them, and therefore again result in maybe a minor or fail, you know, for not observing correctly. stress how much you need to be back in these left-hand side lanes unless you're being told otherwise, yeah? You always stay in the left-hand side until you've been told that direction, or by either the examiner or the sat nav or whatever, and only getting into this right-hand side lane when you need to, yeah? But again, we're going to be going left, and what I'm going to be doing is coming back round again, but going straight on this time. And I'm going to show you why you're safe to go into that middle lane as you're coming around. So, this last little bit, again, just breaking it up. Now, if I was coming down here to turn left, it's easy. You just stay on the left-hand side, with, you know, checking your mirrors on to the left turn, signalling left and going left. It's easy. Okay, this straight on bit is also, you know, relatively easy. You're just following the same type of routine as you would do for a normal left turn. So, straight on, staying in the left-hand side lane. The markings on the road should say Sutton. Okay, they've been just blocked by the A4 in front of us. Handy hint, you know, if you don't know where you're going, always stay a bit back and wait for the car in front to move off so you can see the directional arrows and the writing on the road. So you basically come in straight in between this white line here, which will be the curb, and the white line to the right hand side of me, which splits the lanes. Okay, stay next to the curb, and here we should be coming off, which allows us to use that middle lane if we're turning right. Okay, so I hope that helps. And you know, if you're new to Hull, you know, if you've been driving around Hull for quite some time, and you know you feel like you don't know an area as well as you used to, you know, you don't understand the new road markings. If there's something that you're just struggling for on your test, okay, then you know, get in contact through the YouTube page. You know, ask me to cover it. If I've got the time, then you know I'll cover it as soon as I possibly can do. Any questions? You know, any comments? Leave a comment. You know, leave a like. All support. You know, is anything. Is you know, is greatly welcomed. If you disagree with me, then yeah, fine. Okay, great. Leave a comment. All right. All I'm here to do is basically help everybody, and you know, especially learners, and make sure that we all get to where we need to be, safe and sound. Okay. Catch you later. Bye bye.